Welcome back to the web series of cardiovascular system. In the previous sections, we discussed about the anatomy and physiology of cardiovascular system. From this section, we detailed the important disease conditions of cardiovascular system one by one. Coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease is a type of blood vessel disorder. It causes impaired blood flow in the arteries that supply blood to the heart. Coronary artery disease is a general category of atherosclerosis. It is a narrowing or block of coronary arteries. The risk factors affecting coronary artery disease. It include modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors. Modifiable risk factors include elevated serum lipid level. The risk of coronary artery disease is associated with increased serum cholesterol level. Hypertension. The second major risk factor for coronary artery disease is hypertension. Hypertension causes increase the rate of atherosclerotic developments. It causes increased workload of the heart and left ventricular hypertrophy, which causes decreased stroke volume. Tobacco use. Nicotine in the tobacco causes catecholamine release. Nicotine also increases platelet adhesion, which increases the risk of emboli formation. Physical inactivity. The mechanism by which physical inactivity predisposes to coronary artery disease is mostly still unknown. Diabetes mellitus. Persons with diabetes mellitus have increased tendency towards connective tissue degeneration and endothelial dysfunction. It causes the formation of atheroma. Metabolic syndrome. It leads to the development of coronary artery disease. Psychological stress. Stress stimulates cause of increased release of catecholamines, which increases the heart rate and increases myocardial oxygen demand. The non-modifiable risk factors include age. The incidence of coronary artery disease is highest among in middle-aged man after the age of 65 years. Gender. The incidence in men and women are equalized. Coronary artery disease causing more death in women than in men. Family history and genetics. Congenital defects in coronary artery wall predispose the person to the formation of plaque. Family history of hyperlipidemia, autosomal disorders has been strongly associated with the coronary artery disease. Pathophysiology. Coronary artery disease is a progressive disease that takes many years to develop. The stages of development of atherosclerosis are fatty streaks, fibrous plaque, and complicated lesions. The fatty streaks, which is the earliest lesion of atherosclerosis and is characterized by lipid-filled smooth muscles. Fatty streaks develop within the smooth muscle cells. Fibrous plaque. It is the beginning of progressive changes in the endothelium of the coronary artery wall. These changes can appear in the coronary arteries by the age of 30 years and increases with age. Lipoproteins transport cholesterol and other lipids into the arterial intima. Fatty streaks covered by the collagen forming a fibrous plaque that appears greyish or whitish color. Narrowing of the blood vessel lumen and reduction in blood flow to the distal tissues. The complicated lesions. It is the most dangerous stage. The fibrous plaque grow, continued inflammation can result in plaque instability, ulceration and rupture. The plaque accumulate in large number, leading to thrombus. The thrombus adherent to wall, leading to narrowing and total occlusion of the artery. Activation of the exposed platelet causes expression of glycoprotein second and third receptor that bind fibrinogen. In turn leads to further platelet aggregation and adhesion, further enlarging the thrombus. At the stage the plaque is referred to as complicated lesion. Clinical manifestations. The vascular features include capillary refill time greater than 3 seconds, dry skin, diminished peripheral pulse, loss of hair on extremities, pallor in nail beds, leg cramps and thickened nails. The cardiac features include chest pain, dizziness, diaphoresis, fatigue, shortening of breath, arterial bruits and nausea. Diagnostic evaluation, history collection and physical examination. Blood tests, which include cardiac biomarkers, coagulation studies, C-reactive protein, hemoglobin to rule out anemia. 12-lead ECG changes, radionuclide imaging studies, cardiac catheterization, positron emission tomography to determine very small perfusion difference caused by stenotic arteries, electron beam computer tomography. Management of coronary artery disease. The pharmacological management include anti-anginal medications, which causes coronary vessels relaxation, nitrates, which causes vasodilation, short-acting nitrates produce immediate relief. The long-acting nitrates reduces the severity, prevent anginal episodes. Beta-adrenergic blockers. It inhibits sympathetic stimulation of receptors that are located in the conduction system of heart. Calcium channel blockers, which promotes vasodilation. ACE inhibitors, which causes remodeling the vascular endothelium. Anti-lipidemic agents, antiplateletic agents. Administration of folic acid and B complex vitamins. Surgical management of coronary artery disease, which include percutaneous coronary interventions, the percutaneous transluminal angioplasty. A balloon-tipped catheter is placed in the coronary vessels narrowed by plaque. The balloon is inflated and deflated to stretch the vessel wall and flatten the plaque. Intracoronary atherectomy. A blade-tipped catheter is guided into the coronary vessel to the site of the plaque. The plaque is either cut or shaved or pulverized and then removed. Intracoronary stent. A diamond mesh tubular device is placed in the coronary vessels. Other intervention strategies include coronary artery bypass graft surgery. A graft is surgically attached to the aorta and the other end of the graft is attached to the distal portion of coronary vessels. Transmyocardial revascularization. By means of laser beam, small channels are formed in the myocardium to encourage new blood flow. Nursing management of coronary artery disease. Take immediate action if patient reports pain or if patient's prodromal symptoms such as anginal ischemia. Direct patient to stop all activities and sit or rest in bed in semi-fowler's position. Measure vital signs and observe for signs of respiratory distress. Administer nitroglycerin sublingually and assess patient's response. Administer oxygen therapy if patient's respiratory rate is increased. Nursing diagnosis of coronary artery disease. Acute pain related to decreased myocardial oxygen supply. Ineffective tissue perfusion related to myocardial damage, inadequate cardiac output and potential pulmonary congestion. Activity intolerance related to fatigue. Anxiety related to perceived threat to death, pain and possible lifestyle changes. And knowledge deficit.